name is Oskar Gigele, and I'm a composer.
Well, I'm mainly a composer, and but I do also singing on the side, and I also make films.
Ooh, I love yellow and blue very much.
Oh, well, green and pink. Green and pink.
I think saxophone, soprano saxophone.
Lute.
The first time actually I was just improvising on the piano, and I was at a school where they had pianos in many rooms where you could just go to, and I would just play whatever came to my mind, and that was the first time I came in touch with creating music. And then I also started writing it down with like 11, and yeah, that's how it started.
In the shower. Really, I no, it started like singing in the shower, and then then like I figured that it could be interesting for other people also, my voice, so I started like singing pieces, classical pieces, and also pieces from colleagues, and that's how it started. Yeah.
Mahler Second Symphony.
Oh, that's a really hard one. Probably Parcel. Like there's a part of Parcel's Dido it's called Thanks to These Lonesome Something. I'm not sure what it's called. Yeah.
I like flowers very much, so I think I would be a florist actually.
Make films. Wow, that's really hard. I like Carlos Sauras and Eric Romer. I really like him. Yeah.
I love V for Vendetta very much. I love the symbolism. I love the message about having something in your core, in your soul, that is free forever. No one can take it away from you. That's something that really inspired me. Very much Ian Bell. I'm also in contact with him regularly. And Takashi Yoshimatsu, Japanese composer. And Mahler, obviously. Ravel, very much. Fauré, even more actually. And Schubert, Monteverdi.
Yeah, I like Barbara Boni. I really like her voice. I like my teacher, Tore Dennis, that's his name. Yeah, these two come to my mind.
I think I became more calm. I managed to fit more meaningful things into my daily life, and to also how to say, like, spend my time, not waste my time on things, only video games, because I love video games, and I don't consider that wasting my time. But I generally got more calm and more focused on the things I do. And for some reason, I got more active with other things. And also I got more to my own middle and understand a bit more about myself, especially composing and everything that's related to composing.
I had a lot of time to create stuff, so that was good in the sense, but there are a lot of financial wonderments that makes me worry, so that's probably something which was not that good.
So the piece is called liebt, and it was derived actually from a Schumann piece, Ein Jüngling liebt ein Mädchen, which is like a story that's always present nowadays and back then as well, about someone loving someone and they don't love them back and fall for someone else and all these love drama things. But it has a kind of humorous note to it, which I enjoy very much. And also just the piece itself is beautiful. And what I did was I wrote a new text that's based on the original text, but modernized with not so direct words. It's just he loves her and not the boy loves the girl. And it's all more like almost more anonymity, which makes it more universal. And also tried to make it a little bit humorous. In the end, you will be able to hear that in the piece, that the atmosphere shifts from being very melancholic to actually relaxed and fun, because it's then told about him that he buys some cats and a dog to feel loved in life, because he didn't get loved back from this girl. And I took some of the chords for the musical material. I took some of the chords of the original piece, and I put some of them, I shifted them together, and then eliminated some of the notes. And the result is then it's a bit different, but it's still, you may not be able to hear that it's derived from there, but it really is. It really comes from these notes. Not at all, because this is a kind of structure that I tried out 3 years ago, and it for some reason just worked for me without any blocks. Not at all. Like I composed it in very, very little time. And back then it was also guitar and speaker and singer, but also flute added. And in both times I wrote the text. I think that's something that made it easier for me as well, because when I write vocal music, I struggle a lot with rhyming for some reason. It really throws me off, and it makes me feel robotic when I read rhymes. And I just don't like them. I just don't like composing rhymes. It doesn't suit the music I write at all. So when I write my own texts, which I came to really enjoy, then I can, of course, make it my own shape. And I like it when it's very, not abstract, but it's also not too concrete, and it's especially not rhymed. And also the phrases are not always the same length. And I think that gives you a lot of freedom when you compose. Like generally, when you don't limit yourself to always using the same length of phrases, but to change that and have variation, it really makes the music more alive. And I think that made it so easy for me to write this kind of piece. Yeah, that's it. It's a little bit of both, actually. I do have a main concept always. I always write like only one sheet of paper that I write full, and just all my thoughts and what I want to express and what material I want to use and what atmosphere it should have, how long it should be, and also the dramaturgy, like how long the sections should be, the phrases and everything. But I keep open for changes. Like when I get creative, I keep open that some things could change with new ideas. So it's a little bit of both, actually. I'm very open, actually, when it comes to timbre in general, of voices and of instruments. I just love when it's authentic. That's, I think, for me, the most important thing. And one thing that I do want from people who play or sing my music is that they have, of course, very good pitch. Because the music I write is very harmonic, and it really needs every note to be correct to really have an effect. If that's not the case, then you're going to lose the music, because the music is built 100% on the harmonic progressions. Like everything else derives from the harmonic progressions. They are just the basis. And if even one note is missing, it changes the experience of that chord so much. So that is something sometimes I get very, how do you say it? Not harsh, but I am very direct when it comes to that, because I really want that to be correct. I'm not obsessed with rhythmic perfection, but this harmonic and pitch thing, it needs to be good. So authenticity and the pitch would be the most important thing for me. Because Nava, first of all, she's very authentic, and she's good with pitch as well, because she's a composer herself. She has a good hearing, but she's extremely musical. That's, I think, the amount of musicality she has is very, very, very high. Like, I know few people who are that musically talented. Like she understands the atmosphere so well, and she doesn't overload it, which I love so much, because sometimes with singers, they think if they do it more dramatic, it's more expressive, but sometimes less is more. Mm. And especially with these kinds of pieces. And both of these pieces for guitar and speaker or voice were with Nava. And I was actually blown away by the way she did that, because she didn't do much effort with the words themselves and with expressing them, but these small things that happened in her voice made it so expressive, but so subtle. And I just love that. And also she doesn't have this typical opera voice. It's more very, very clear, like a pinned voice, very bright and very clear. And she just can do very interesting things with her voice that I haven't heard before. And also I think this kind of piece wouldn't work with an opera trained voice. I think it would destroy the atmosphere completely, because it needs this kind of very, very, this thin and bright voice that is very subtle and soft.
Very high screaming soprano. Kind of innovation in a sense, like something new, maybe like color-wise. And when I sing old stuff, maybe a new text or I don't know, some beautiful melody. Yeah. It's very intimate. I really like quiet pieces, which like grasp you inside and make you curious. So in that sense, I really liked it that it was so fragile and delicate. I really like that. Well, I'm not really good with solfege and stuff like that, so I had to really take care of the pitches, because I'm not really good with interval singing. But it was not that hard. It was just, if there was one difficulty for me in it, that would be the pitch. And yeah, I practiced with the piano, but I also have a phone, and I have a little piano on my phone, which works pretty well, because then I can get the pitch and just hear it in my headphones. For contemporary music, I often use that. Yeah. I think when I see it, I need to get the feeling that the person knows what they're doing, and that they appreciate like certain things in their piece, that it made sense for them to write it in the first place, and that they were creative enough to like make something beautiful and not just flashy or trying to impress someone. So it's really hard to pin down like points, but it's the most important thing is for me to know that the person knows what they're doing and what they want. Well, I think we were lucky. I was lucky to get to know the guitar player, Maria Buneo, which I work with. That's thanks to Oskar that I know her. So we have both a very quiet character, and we both appreciated it. And the words, the way they were put there, it made sense. And it made sense to express those words the way that the piece was written there. So it was quite easy to understand what we have to do, And the whole setting, the whole chords, the whole pauses just helped to create this atmosphere, And this is not only with this piece, we also sang another piece, and not with Maria, but another piece from Oskar. And I kind of had an idea how it's supposed to be, and I really enjoy talking it and bringing it to life, you know.
Er liebt. Er liebt sie. Sie liebt ihn nicht. Sie will einen anderen. Der andere will sie nicht. Liebt einen anderen. Er liebt. Er liebt sie. Sie. Sie liebt ihn nicht. Sie nimmt den Erstbesten. Nicht aus Liebe. Sie nicht mehr. Er liebt sie nicht mehr. Einsam. Er will nicht. Nicht einsam. Einsam will er nicht mehr sein. Er kauft 4 Katzen. Und einen kleinen, sandfarbenen Hund.
and I was at a school where they had pianos in many rooms where you could just go to, and I would just play whatever came to my mind. And that was the first time I came in touch with creating music. And then I also started writing it down with like 11. And yeah,